Hello, everybody. This is Trevor Truck ASMR, and right now I am playing a game that you may or may not recognize because, well, it has been a long time. But yes, I am officially playing American Truck Simulator. I am back. And the way that I'm recording it now, I have to admit, it's a little experimental. I'm not quite sure if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try to work with what I got. And we're gonna try to have ourselves a great time. This is a sort of, I would consider it a sort of winter wonderland type of episode where we are going to try to explore some of the Christmas content, the Christmas contracts, in which we do external contracts to deliver Christmas goods. So we're gonna get on with that, and hopefully we'll get to see some snow. We'll get to see some of the brand new content in the game. So I'm going to drive this truck, and you're going to hear the truck sounds, and I'm just going to ramble for a little while, and with any luck I'll have this video posted before Christmas. With any luck it'll be right on time, but we'll see. Okay, so without any further ado, let's begin this thing. Alright, so the first thing I have to do is I have to drive over to the actual company, and I have to pick up the trailer, and then after I pick up the trailer, I have to take it over to this winter wonderland place that they've been talking about. And being that this is a contract job, an external contract job, I can only go up to a max speed of 65 miles an hour. And of course, you know, no complaints, I'm fine with that. 65 seems like a pretty decent speed. And besides, this is just casual, you know? I'm just chilling. There's no real rush. Although these external contracts are timed. Well, I guess technically every job that you do is on a time limit of some sort. But we're just gonna sit back, have fun, reminisce. When it gets to be this time of year, towards the end of December, it does kind of put me in a more reflective type of spot, reflecting on the year in my personal life, but also this channel as well, and taking some time to think about how much this channel has grown, and actually how much that I, as a content creator, have learned. And I still marvel at the fact that I even started a channel to begin with, you know? And it's like, my story is not very different than the same stories other people have, you know? I think a lot of new channels were created when the pandemic started. You know, the world was not really in a very good place. And I think a lot of people wanted to escape any way they could. They just wanted to escape the restrictions and the limits that were placed on their lives. Because of the pandemic, people just wanted to go beyond themselves, and a lot of people, whether they wanted to talk about important subjects or just entertain, I just think there's always a lot to say and never enough time to say it all. But I think that starting a YouTube channel is a great idea to get it out in the open. And the thing is, I'm not saying that YouTube is, perfect. Obviously, YouTube has some imperfections. YouTube has some certain things that, I think I entered incorrectly, but that's okay. YouTube has certain things that I think should be fixed. And most notably, I still disagree with the idea of removing public dislikes. I don't think that was a great idea. I think people definitely should be able to know if a certain video is, informative and accurate. And part of that is being able to see the likes and dislikes. Also, sorry, I have a lot of trouble multitasking, and when it comes to this game, I have to tell you, I am out of practice. So my backing up game is, well, I think it leaves a lot to be desired. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I had to get so much space, but I had to get a lot of space for this. So that's cool. Okay. So let's just get on with this. Okay. We're gonna start on this quest, then wish me luck, because I don't want to let Santa Claus down. I don't want to let him down. I want to deliver these gifts, and I don't really know what's inside this trailer per se, but I'm sure it's something ridiculously important for Santa and his elves in the North Pole. So I'm not gonna be the reason why Santa fails in his mission. So anyway, I hope all of you watching right now are comfy and cozy. I hope you have plenty of time to rest during this season. And I hope that everybody watching this also has an actual Christmas vacation. I know some people may not have that opportunity. Some people, especially those who work in the medical field, doctors and surgeons and nurses, some people may not have the ability to take some time away. And I really feel for people who can't do that, who can't really have like an extended vacation. But my hat's off to you, all of you who work in these fields that require so much of your time. Honestly, I don't think that I wouldn't have the strength, I don't think. So again, hats off to everyone doing those types of jobs. And hopefully you have a great Christmas time despite, working. So yeah, this is really just me rambling, and you don't really have to listen to a thing that I'm saying. I could honestly be reading from the yellow pages, just reading random names and random phone numbers, unintentionally doxing people as I do so. But I could be saying anything right now, and really the point is, I just want you to feel like you can relax. You can get some hot chocolate with those little tiny marshmallows, and maybe some whipped cream. I don't know. You don't want to overdo it with the whipped cream. At some point, you kind of ruin the integrity of the hot chocolate when you put too many ingredients into it. And that is a hard lesson to learn. But I also think it's kind of like a metaphor for life itself too, right? If you put too many things into the mug, you get overwhelmed and you get stressed. Sometimes there's a lot of power and a lot of wisdom in being able to say, no, I don't want this. I don't want to do this. And this whole thing about, being a people pleaser, which I admit I've struggled with that my entire life. As long as I could remember, I struggled to say, no, I don't want this, or no, I can't do this. And I think it really just comes down to having a personal conviction that you matter. And I think it's important to remind yourself of that. And I'm sorry to be talking like I'm some type of life coach. I do not, I don't claim to be that, but I do think that I've lived long enough to gather at least some wisdom in this life. Wisdom that I've gathered from a lot of other people. I am not original. I don't really have original thoughts. I pick up on the wisdom of other people. And then this is me just kind of spitting it back out. And all of this, take it in stride. There's no real need to just, listen. You can just hear, and if it's relaxing you, who knows, maybe it'll help you fall asleep. I know that when I play this game, I get into a very relaxed state. And it's not as stressful as driving in real life. I do not like to drive in real life in certain scenarios. Honestly, driving on the highway is, how do I describe it? It's a pain. It really is. I like driving on lesser known roads. When I go into work every morning, I try to avoid the highway as much as I can because it's just a mess, and people, it really does amaze me how aggressive people drive and how reckless people can be sometimes, and you really have to be a defensive driver. You got to be aware, that sometimes people are in a rush and they will do some risky things, Okay, so I assume that this is the portal. So I'm going to stop the engine and we're going to travel through the portal. And we're going to see what we're going to find here. This is going to take us to, oh yes, oh yes. I love this. This is exactly what I've signed up for. It looks great. It looks great over here. So, everyone, let's take some time to just reflect about this year, about this channel. I want every single person to know, first of all, that your contribution to this channel means a lot to me. And I'm very thankful for, this road is definitely treacherous. I did not, I forgot to put chains on the tires apparently, but I'm very thankful for everyone who watches this, whether you like the videos or not, whether you comment or not, whether you subscribe or not. And you know, a lot of times I think to myself, things that might seem really small are actually really big when you have a small channel like I do. And I'm happy with the progress that this channel has made. I mean, the fact that we have reached at this point over 300 subscribers, I hope you all realize how much that means to me. And you know, in the grand scheme of things, 300 is not a lot. But if you put it into context, it definitely is a lot. Because just think about a room, and you put 300 people in there, and it's like, okay, now I get it. You know, if you look in this room and you see 300 heads all looking at you, and you start to realize, I don't even know if I know 300 people on a personal level. And Facebook doesn't count. Okay, Facebook never counts. Oh no. Am I gonna actually be able to get up this hill? I think I need a more powerful truck. Yeah, I think I should have chosen a different truck. This truck that I'm using right now is like, let's just say it's level 1. And so now this is like a slow uphill crawl. And I have to say, if you haven't fallen asleep yet, this is probably prime time to fall asleep. And you know what? I'm gonna make everyone suffer through this. If I have to suffer through this slow crawl, so does everyone else. This might even put me to sleep, which probably wouldn't be a good thing right now, but yeah. This is the slow climb. Oh my gosh. I have to think that at some point this path will actually go downhill. Right? This path should go downhill at some point. If it continues to go uphill, I don't know if I'm actually gonna make it. I might actually get stuck, and then I gotta call a tow truck, and we gotta go through all that mess. I can only get as fast as 2 miles an hour. And so this could indicate that either this truck is just too weak, or, yeah, I don't know. It's probably the truck. And the trailer is probably heavy as well. I'm starting to pick up a little bit more speed, though. I'm starting to pick up some speed, so that's not too bad. Okay. Now, once we start going downhill, I have to be really careful, because this could turn treacherous really quick. But yep, it's finally happening. Okay, we're finally going downhill. We're finally picking up some speed. Oh no. I think, though, that the slippery factor is going to kick in here. So I just have to be really careful. Oh wow, that's what the town is looking like. Oh, that looks beautiful. I like it. Yeah, this year, I haven't really been able to do a lot of Christmas content per se. I think this is probably just gonna be the only Christmas related video. But if I do some more Christmas content, it'll probably be in the new year. We can, you know what? We can just extend it, if we have to. I really like what I'm seeing in here. Well, anyway, I was rambling about my gratitude to everyone watching this channel. But I want this to be a two-way street. I want, the people who watch this content to feel relaxed and to feel like they're in the presence of a friend, of someone who's not going to judge you, of someone who's just going to be who they are. Honestly, I live a life where people just don't know who I am, and there are parts of myself that I don't let people see. And I think we all kind of have that to some degree, because there's the person that you are with your friends, and then there's the person that you are with your family. And then there's the person that you are with complete strangers, out in public. And then there's the person that you are when you're with coworkers, or when you're with, students, like your fellow students in a classroom. There's different versions of people, and I think it's a common thing. I think pretty much everyone goes through something like that. And so sometimes it does get exhausting to put on a mask every day, And I'll be honest, one of the things that I do is I'm really good at just pretending that everything is okay when nothing is, And I guess maybe one of the things that I've enjoyed about this channel is that making these videos all by myself, it gets me closer to being able to just express myself the way that I want to express myself. And it's just as much, the whole concept and the content creation, in my mind, it's just as much a benefit to the audience as it is to the creator. Anyway, that's the way that I feel. Oh wow, look at that view. That is so nice. Man, I get so distracted when I see stuff like this. That is a beautiful backdrop right there. I need to take a picture of that. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a picture of that. So yeah, I've just been rambling, and honestly, I kind of hope that you've fallen into a state of relaxation if you haven't fallen asleep. Oh, I'm going much faster now without that trailer. Oh wow, that looks great. Yeah, the Winter Wonderland is so fun. I really enjoy this. You know, it's very creative. So I can't thank you all enough for tuning in, for watching these videos, and just reflecting on certain things that I've learned and certain things that I've realized about this channel. There were a lot of things this year that kind of surprised me, quite honestly. And you know, I think every YouTuber goes through the process of creating content that you like personally versus creating content that your audience likes, but you might not necessarily be all that crazy about it. Every single creator goes through that, and it's really kind of like a fine line, you know. How do I balance things out, you know? And I think it's really amazing, honestly, if you get into a situation, hold on a second. I just want to make sure, well, you know what? I'll travel haphazardly. I think it's really great if you get into a situation where not only do you enjoy the video that you're recording and the game that you're playing, but your audience enjoys it as well. And I never would have thought in a million years that those two things would have coincided with gacha games. Like, I never could have expected that. But I guess I've been converted into a gacha game ASMR channel, perhaps. Weather and Waves has been pretty great. And I'm especially impressed with Infinity Nikki. For some reason, I want to call it Nikki Infinity, but Infinity Nikki probably makes more sense. But yeah, I've been really shocked at how much I've enjoyed these games. And, you know, there's a lot there. There's a lot of content to be made from it. So I think probably I'm just gonna keep going. And it seems like my audience, my viewers, have shown a lot of interest in these types of games. And so to have those two factors coincide, you know, I like the game and people like to watch the game, that's definitely something that brings me a lot of happiness. I am very glad, honestly, to see that. Looks like we got some people skating on the ice. That's pretty nice. Very, very nice. And again, like, there's just so many photo opportunities here. Ooh, my truck. It is struggling to get up that hill. It is struggling to get up that hill. Okay. Cool. Excellent. I love it. And presumably, provided that this video works, provided that my new recording setup for Truck Sims actually works, I should be able to make some more Truck Simulator episodes, which I'll be happy to do, because it's always a good game, and I think this is the type of game that really inspires ASMR, and I kind of miss, like in the old days, it was a given that I would have a Truck Sim video very often, and lately I've been kind of ignoring the game because I haven't had the best way to record it, and I would have to do everything ASMR related in post-production, which I don't know. I mean, I do that for some videos, but I prefer doing all of the ASMR content as I'm recording. I don't know, there's just something about it that I find a lot more genuine. But ultimately, if I can make a video that's relaxing, I think that's really the main draw. I think that's the main point. And again, that's the purpose of this video. Like I said, I could be saying anything. I could be talking gibberish. I could be, I could be speeding around this turn, and I could crash into a snowbank. And I would hope that it would still be somewhat relaxing for you. Very cool. Okay, so I just wanted to go a little bit further, and basically I just wanted to take a peek at this town square. That's what I want to do. And I was hoping it was gonna snow, but I don't think we're gonna get that in this recording. Maybe another recording. But let's just, we're just gonna go around the town square very briefly, and then we will end the video. Oh, actually, you know what? I was talking about snow, and hot damn, it's snowing. Wow. Wow. Driving in snow, it's a beautiful sight. In real life, it's not so fun. Especially when you got fog and you got low visibility. I was driving home from this music sort of event, this music festival that was in Pennsylvania. I talked about it briefly on a Infinity Nikki video that hasn't come out yet. So I guess this is a preview, but I was driving back from that event, and it was snowing, and in some parts of the journey back home, it was snowing like crazy. And again, snow, it's beautiful to watch as it falls down, just like this scenario here. What an excellent view. What an excellent picture we got here. But yeah, it's not as fun to drive in snow. It's a little bit more treacherous, and the roads are slippery. But it's all about driving carefully, that's the main thing. The way that I drive in this game, though, you probably don't want to take any advice from me, okay? I'll just say that. Fortunately, there are no other vehicles on this road, so I feel like I can't go wrong. Unless I drive too fast and I crash into the side. I can definitely feel I could definitely feel how slippery the turns are, though. I definitely get that sensation. So, anyway, really the summary of this video is I hope you were able to relax, have a good time, and let go of things, at least for a moment. I hope you had a restful half hour or so. I don't know how long this is going to be. I feel like I have to cut a lot of stuff out, and that's just, you know, that's every video, frankly. But again, thank you to everyone. It has been a great year, and I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. And hopefully this video will be done before Christmas Day. That's an optimistic hope. If I'm a little bit late, well, I guess that's just how it's gonna be, right? I guess I'm just gonna be a little late, but it's okay. It's all good. All right, everybody, I'm gonna stop the video here. I hope it was great. I hope it was relaxing. I hope to see you again in another video. All right, everyone, take it easy. Take good care of yourselves. And I'll see you in another video. Goodbye for now.